Hi guys, welcome to another Brushmaster video. Today we're going to be painting one of the new demons from the Speak of the Devil Act 3 release from Archvillain Games. It's an absolutely beautiful miniature, packed with detail and dynamic. He's on a wonderful base and he's got a great pose. So I printed this out yesterday on my Sonic Mighty 8K with Sunlu ABS resin, and he's printed absolutely perfectly and I can't wait to get painting him. Right guys, so we're using brick red as the first light. I've already base coated the whole model with wine red. And as you'll see, I've already painted the upper half of the model. Unfortunately, this footage didn't come out very well, so I'm re-recording this to show better the process I used on the lower half of the model. I used the same process throughout the whole painting of this part of the model. I sketch in the lights where I want them, not worrying too much about the transitions, and then I mix a glaze of the colour that I've just painted and then blend that colour in to what we already have. It's very much rinse and repeat throughout the whole process. So the first part of blending. So the first lights are added where I want them, but the transitions are not that smooth. So I've mixed up my brick red with 1 to 2 parts of water. I tend to judge this by each colour. Some need more dilution than others, but this one doesn't need an awful lot for the red. And I'm just dragging this diluted paint from outside the colour I've painted into the colour I've painted, creating a smooth transition between the two colours. Now this can take 2, 4, sometimes 6 passes to get a good transition. It's just something you have to judge by eye. Also, what's important here is the actual technique and application of this type of paint. So for each pass I load the brush with paint and then I wick the majority of it off on a paper towel. So when I actually put this layer of paint on, Very little goes on and it dries very quickly. As you see here, as I push it on, it almost dries straight away. So I can move on to another part, do that, and then come back very quickly to the bits I've already done and add multiple passes in very little time. So for the next light, I'm adding Pistachio to the brick red. Now this creates a unsaturated orange colour, which blends really nice on top of the brick red. And as we progress through each layer, we're just aiming to add smaller and smaller highlights to create contrast and brightness where we want things to really stand out. You'll notice as well as I progress through the painting of these legs and back part that I will concentrate the lights more on the upper legs and the upper areas. The lower legs get much less light and need to stand out much less than the other parts. So blending again on this layer. This is exactly the same process as we did for the previous layer. It's just on a smaller scale, on a smaller area. So we're adding in the third light now, and we're just adding in even more pistachio. So these highlights now are getting very small, and we're trying to make it really pop in certain areas with brighter, smaller lights. So the same process as before, we're blending in the previous layer. If anything, because the layers get smaller, I tend to add a little bit more water to try not to wipe out the midtone too much. So this is the last light we're going to add to the model. It's fairly bright, and it really only has to be added sparingly into little spots to add quite a nice little specular highlight on the top of some of these muscles.